Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today, we're going to be talking about Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, Season 2, Episode 2. And sadly, we are going to be falling back into the cycle of here's a demon, we defeat it, end episode, next episode. But at least this episode, it wasn't that bad. There was a decent story behind it. I actually ended up enjoying the episode. So basically the story goes is there is, I'm going to call it Medusa, because that's basically what this demon is. And she's this giant kind of sea serpent, snake, beautiful woman, mermaid type thing. And initially she is saving people from drowning in the ocean. And then one day she falls in love with a fisherman. And she wants to go see the fisherman. So she disguises herself as a sea snake, goes to check out the fisherman, and all the fishermen attack her because every time somebody falls overboard, they see a sea snake, so they think that the sea snake is a curse and killing all of the fishermen. So then she gets angry, turns into basically what looks like a giant Medusa, and she can turn people into stone just by looking at them and kills them. And then she can't turn back to her original form because her anger has overwhelmed her, and there's nothing she can do. So now she attacks women with long, beautiful hair because that's what she used to have, and she's really angry at them for having long, beautiful hair because she knows that she can never get back to that point in time. So here comes Mora and Setsuna and Toa to the rescue. Obviously, Toa uses her new blade to see things that aren't normally visible and sees this little red thread that's actually connected to the stone version of the fisherman that she loved that she turned to stone. Somehow the stone fisherman is able to talk to her, and she reverts back to her normal form, and I think she either ends up dying or just kind of disappearing, turning into a sea snake. We don't really know. She gets defeated, is the premise behind that. But what they're ultimately trying to find is called the Bokan root, if I'm saying that correctly. And what happens with that is Mora goes to deliver some lower class demons. She only gets a couple bucks for delivering the heads of them. And he was like, oh, I think I know a demon that actually knows where this root is located. I don't remember. I've heard about it before, but I don't remember. Setsuna is now set on finding that root to do a favor to Toa for obviously bringing her back to life when she died from Kirin. So she is off trying to find it, and then she ends up going to see the demon, and Mora and Setsuna end up going to the demon's house, and she kind of puts a curse on Setsuna, or tries to turn them into stone at the very least. Which is kind of weird because she definitely disguised herself as a woman. Maybe she just can't disguise the hair. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't really matter. She got defeated either way. Riku actually ended up helping. He's looking for the rainbow pearls yet again after they kind of dispersed. And he was able to freeze some of the water to help Toa. Toa actually ended up having sunglasses, mirror sunglasses, so she couldn't see Medusa's face directly anyway, so that way she could actually look at Medusa as she was attacking, because that was the big thing, is they couldn't actually hit her, because if they looked at her eyes, they would turn to stone, as the legend foretells. But, yeah, Riku comes, saves the day a little bit, to a certain extent. I'm sure we'll see him in a couple of episodes as well. The Demon Slayers also come help out, throw some pots and stuff at everything as well. And now we are off to go find this magical root again. We get a preview of the next episode of seeing Rin again as well. And she is trapped in a tree, so I'm guessing maybe this root is attached to the tree that she's in, and Toa is the only one that can remove it to save their mother, I'm guessing, because Rin is the mother of Toa and Setsuna. We get to see Sesshomaru. He may show up next episode as well. Still have no idea what's going on with Inuyasha and Kagome. They are still trapped in the Black Pearl at the moment. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with there. I'm assuming we're going to get a reunion at some point this season. I mean, that would make sense. The higher views are all when the old characters show up. I'm personally Team Mora. I know I made a video a while back. Is she a trash character? Not a lot of comic relief with her in this episode, which I kind of liked. She definitely wasn't used as a comic relief. She was used as more of an informant where to get this root for Setsuna to help Toa get an actual weapon, as we learn that it's hard to infuse demon energy into something human-made, so they need to find a demon-made sword for her in order for her to get a better weapon to be able to help defeat Kirin in the future, which is ultimately going to happen. Because now Setsuna has her perfect weapon, Mora has already had her weapon, so no really need to get her anything better there. And now we need Toa to get a beautiful weapon as well, so that way all three of them can team up and defeat Kirin. At least I think that's where it's going. So ultimately, what needs to happen is this season is save Rin, get her out of that tree, get Kaigomi and Inuyasha out of the Black Pearl, and defeat Kirin. All of which I think can definitely happen within this season, as long as they don't keep sticking to the formula. Yes, there was some character development in this episode. Setsuna is definitely warming up to Toa and Mora a little bit more than she was before. Obviously, they saved her life. They brought her back to life, so she's trying to do something nice for her sister in order to, kind of continue that process. Because she's, you help me, I'm going to help you. We help each other. Nobody's really keeping score. And it's nice. Everything works out beautifully. Eventually she's going to get a sword. So 4 things actually. Need to get a sword too. So the first thing ultimately that they're probably going to do is get a sword and save Rin, because we saw Rin in the next episode for the preview. So I'm guessing they are going to save her at some point in time in the near foreseeable future. We get to see the cat being cute as well. I've always forget his name, but and ultimately at the end of the episode they actually forgot to ask the demon about the root, so they are kind of back to square one, which is, Mora being the comic relief has to throw that in there. So ultimately what's going to happen next episode is hopefully they get some more information about that root. They're actually probably going to see Rin, Shishomaru, if I'm saying his name correctly. I think I messed it up several times before. He'll make an appearance as well at some point in time. Big old family reunion is what's going to ultimately happen. And I think that's where we're just going to leave it. No need to drag this one out to 10 minutes because there's really not a lot going on in this episode. As I said, it's the basic formula of, okay, we're introducing this new demon. Here's a little bit of a backstory. Here's a tiny bit of character development. Here's a little bit of the main story in there, and then, okay, the demon's defeated, moving on to the next episode. And I'm hoping they just don't keep doing that over and over and over again. I'm hoping, it's actually more meat than fluff this season, because there was a lot of fluff last season, and I did not like that. This episode in particular, yes, I enjoyed it. I would rewatch this again, because I actually enjoyed the backstory for this demon. It was kind of sad that, she tried to save people, and they ended up hurting her in the long run. I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. Decent episode, not the best, not the greatest, and I look forward to hopefully seeing better episodes in the future. As I said, you will hear me visibly get annoyed in my voice if this formula continues over and over and over again and we don't progress anywhere in the story. Because it seemed like the last 5 episodes of the first season is where we finally got to everything, and if they just give us 12 episodes, I'd be fine with that, because you can definitely resolve all 4 of those issues in 12 episodes. I mean, yes, you can technically drag them out to 24 if you want to, but it's definitely going to annoy me personally, because I don't like seeing that same formula over and over and over again, because it does. It gets old, it gets stale, it gets boring. So it is what it is. We'll leave it at that. 7 out of 10, decent episode overall. We'll see how episode 3 plays out. My name is Steve Gray. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you want me to do for future anime and cartoon related videos. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.